Hi, I'm Elizabeth Haynes, and this is my new book, Under a Silent Moon, and you're watching Book Zone.
Thank you for joining me, Elizabeth. Under a Silent Moon is your fourth novel.
That's right, yes.
What crime does DCI Louisa Smith face in this one?
Well, it's her first case as leading a murder team. So she's sort of reasonably newly promoted, and she's hoping for a nice easy one to kick things off that she can't make a mess of. But actually what happens is she uncovers a whole tangled web of intrigue in the sort of English village that's full of people with maybe more money than morals. So it starts off with a really brutal murder of a young woman, and very soon after that another body's discovered, and the question is whether these two cases are linked or not. And that's the first thing she has to unravel.
And the story is told over a 6-day period. Was that a specific decision to make the book rather fast-paced?
I think it just kind of happened that way, to be honest. I mean, the important thing for me was to try and make it as like a real police investigation as I could. And often the first few days and hours of a murder investigation are incredibly hectic and incredibly full of information coming in and things that need to be followed up. And to be able to try and cram all that into a longer period of time in a book is actually quite difficult. So I had to make it over 6 days, really, just to fit everything in.
Now, you have worked for many years as an intelligence analyst
Yes.
for the police. Now, what exactly is that job?
It was all about finding patterns in criminal activity which can then be used to direct police resources. So in this time of limited finance for the police and difficult times, really, it's all about finding replacing the police gut instinct a little bit with some hard facts based on data that they can then use to go into the right place at the right time.
And how is that experience as an intelligence analyst, how has that inspired your crime writing?
That's a good question. Well, in two ways, really. Firstly, because I wanted to redress the balance a little bit with the absence of intelligence analysts in crime fiction in general. And other than CIA analyst Jack Ryan, you don't really hear of analysts very much. But secondly, it's a fabulous job for a writer, because the analyst's job mainly is to ask the question, what if? You know, what if this person knows that person? Or what if the person that we know has been released from prison recently, who has a history of this type of offending, has now moved to this area because we've seen a group of offences there. And
your first novel, Into the Darkest Corner, that won the Amazon Book of the Year in 2011. Do you have similar high expectations of this one?
A girl can dream, I suppose. If I ever get anything like that again, it will be beyond expectations. But I'm hoping people will love this book as much as I do, because this is the one for me that is the book I always really needed to write, I think. This is how a police investigation is for me in my head, and I'm hoping it's sort of reasonably it presented in an interesting way that's different from other police novels, with lots of source documents and things like that in the text for readers to unravel themselves.
Excellent. Elizabeth Haynes, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.